Okay, well, welcome everyone to our Philanthropy Friday. We are joined today by RaiseUp Families. I am Megan Bertani Yang. I am one of the grant review co-chairs this year and a board member of Impact 100 Houston. And I'm going to let Talisa introduce herself right now.
Hi, my name is Talisa Mason. I'm the program director over at RaiseUp Families.
Great. We are so excited to hear from you. RaiseUp Families was one of our $100,000 grant recipients last year. And they serve parents of school-aged children who are on the edge of eviction. So their mission is to stabilize those families in their homes before an eviction occurs. Also provide them with skills, resources to become self-sufficient, so their children can focus on their education, and it just gives that whole family opportunities for a better life and getting out of that poverty and trying to break that cycle of poverty. And so, as you can see here, Talisa is going to talk to us a little bit about the aftercare graduate program, and I think that's where the majority of our grant money went to. So we are excited to hear from you, Talisa. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, yes, today I am going to be speaking to you about an emphasis on our aftercare graduate program. And that program is empowering alumni towards self-actualization. So today I will explain a little bit about who we are, explain the purpose for our grant, our program structure, and what is next for aftercare. What was stated already, since 1994, RaiseUp Families has worked to stabilize parents from vulnerable communities who face unexpected financial crisis so their children can focus on their education, giving them the opportunity for a better life. What was noticed in the 90s and still present is that when parents struggle financially, when they have a medical crisis, when they have a relational crisis, the children suffer the most. And everything goes from the top down. And so what our founders and what our agency has always strived to do is we would like to come in and stop the eviction process to ensure that these individuals are able to stay in their home before the children have experienced any form of being displaced, any form of educational disruption, any form of social skills disruption. And so what we do is we work with the parents. And so that's why all of our requirement is that we work with school-age parents, and everyone must have a kiddo in school. So here at RaiseUp Families, we have two programs. Our signature program is the Hand Up Self-Sufficiency Program. This program provides 9 months of intensive, goal-driven case management to empower clients in developing lasting self-sufficiency skills. The program offers financial incentives and rental assistance, ensuring families can remain in stable housing within their children's school zone, preventing disruptions to their education and fostering long-term stability. As I previously stated, the children suffer the most when parents are struggling in whatever capacity. The children are the collateral damage. And so we have decided to come in and figure out how can we stabilize this family. Our program is for 9 months. Our signature program is for 9 months. And during that 9 months, we have 3 phases. So the 9 months is split up into quarters. So the first phase is for 3 months. And in that month 1, we are trying our best to stabilize this family. We identify back rent, we identify current base rent, we identify utilities, we identify where they are lacking as far as it relates to if they have credit card debt, if they have any payday loans, if they have, a lot of them have loans to relatives. So we are helping our clients to really put that in focus, put that in lens. And then we say, okay, well, RaiseUp Families can support your base rent here. We can support your back rent here. And then you have these funds. Let's get you stabilized. Let's figure this out to get you stabilized. That's what we do in our first quarter. It is heavily focused on case management, financial literacy, budgeting, and getting the client stabilized. Once our client is stabilized, we move to our phase 2, which is coaching. And so we pull back a little bit in the case management because a lot of case management can be hand holding. And so what we're doing is it's a fast track. So we're moving them to our coaching, which helps them become more self-sufficient. And we're really honing in on their self-sufficiency skills. And the way that we do that is we are now offering this soft handoff to our community resources. And so we partner with other agencies such as MAM, Dress for Success, the Women's Resource, the Pelchin. We partner with these agencies to help our clients enhance other skills that they may have, that they need. And so we teach them how to contact, fill out this form, look at this website, do this research. Let's do this research together. It is a lot of coaching. We send them out into the community and then we check in to say, did you do this? Great. Let me send you with another list of tasks to complete, because we want them to be able to really strengthen these skills so they'll never be able to be in this same situation again. That last phase focuses on launching. Now you've had this intense 6 months of accountability, this one-on-one coaching, this cheerleader, not just from your case manager, but cheerleading from the whole team. You've got this mental health support. You have this you have your group classes that you attend on a monthly basis. You have these parenting classes, but now we have to launch you. So now you have to get back to a space where you don't have this intense level of support. And what does that look like? So we start this launching period for you, and we start to really transition you into our aftercare graduate program. And what does that look like? So once they have graduated from our 9-month program, they are automatically enrolled in our aftercare graduate program, which is a 2-year alumni initiative offering personalized one-on-one coaching, financial education, professional development, housing stability, and emotional support to graduates of our handout program. This comprehensive support is designed to guide our alumni towards self-actualization, helping them build on their achievements and reach their fullest potential in both their personal and professional lives. So everything, all of your goals that you were working on in in our handout program, bring them over to aftercare. So in our handout program, you identified, I want to go back to school. I want a better job. I want to build planes now. Okay, well, let's look at that. Let's look at your professional development school. Let's figure skills. Let's figure out what you need, and let's get you connected in our aftercare program. So what I love about aftercare program is that it is client driven, opposed to our handout program, which is very much so goal driven. Because it's client driven, the clients have the autonomy to reach out, to connect. We have so many programs that we are implementing, and I will definitely speak to you about that, because the grant has been able to help us implement new programs so that the clients can have the opportunity to constantly have this rotation of coming in and attending programs. So the purpose for the grant was to expand aftercare services. So step 1, we needed to hire an aftercare staff. So my role in a RaiseUp Families was to manage our programs. And so I needed to manage the handout program. Their aftercare program there was not a lot of touch point that was happening between staff or the agency and our aftercare clients. Historically, individuals were graduating from our handout program and they had great success. However, we've seen a major decline when they didn't have this one-on-one coaching. They didn't have this peer support that was happening anymore. My background, I had 7 years of working in an aftercare program at my previous job. So I knew that there was an opportunity for there to be a more robust program. However, I didn't have the capacity to manage it because of my other roles that I was tending to here at RaiseUp Families. So our first step was to find an aftercare staff. Last year, before we received funding, I conducted a focus group with our aftercare clients, and they let me know what they wanted. They wanted to receive more professional development. What does that look like? Being able to be exposed to other professionals that look like them. They also wanted to receive emotional wellness. I know very specifically, they said, I would love to have more peer groups in aftercare. I have peer groups in Hand Up program, but I don't have access to peer groups in Aftercare program. And I would love to talk to someone who's experiencing some of the same things that I'm experiencing. And another thing is in their Hand Up program, we stabilize them in their apartments, some in housing, but a lot of our clients said, I would love to be a homeowner. And I don't know how to do that. I don't even know where to start. And so I took all of their information and said, we need a staff to be able to manage this. So our step one was to hire a staff. Step two was to increase client participation. As I said, historically, clients graduated and then it was just a fast drop off. So we needed to get clients to be more engaged. And also, we need to figure out how to streamline services. RaiseUp Families was created for our Hand Up program. And so a lot of our tracking systems, our CRM systems was specially designed for goal-driven clients in our Hand Up program. So we needed to come back and take a step back and say, what does this look like? What do we need to track the success of our clients in aftercare program? And how do we implement that? So some of our progress. We hired a staff. I'm so excited. In March, we were able to hire a staff member, and she is phenomenal. I love her attitude about our clients. I love her creative brain. She definitely thinks outside the box, and she is a go-getter. Her name is Maria Chamnes. Her first thing was, I wanted to introduce myself to all of the aftercare clients. I said, there's a lot of aftercare clients, 76 to be exact. She says, I want to introduce myself. She hand wrote 76 letters and put them in the mail and sent them out and introduced herself to every single client. On top of that, she also reached out via email and introduced herself. She picked up the phone and started asking individuals, would you like to meet one-on-one? What are some of the things that you are lacking? What are some of the things you would like to continue to work on since you left our Hand Up program? And she got a lot of great response. So I was very impressed by her ability to go out and do this. You know, I call it this old school method because a lot of people aren't sending mail anymore. A lot of things is just electronic, and she wanted to have this interfacing via mail. So I thought that was wonderful. Our client outreach, we needed to figure that part out. And so she was able to tackle that as well. Program development, for me, it looked like not just saying, well, we're going to have monthly meetings, because one person doesn't have the capacity to have monthly meetings with 76 people, nor does everyone need to have monthly meetings. So what we decided, because it was a client-driven program, is that we're going to create programs with the emphasis on each one of our target lines. And so we decided to create programs for professional development, emotional wellness, stable housing, and we attacked it in that manner. So we have a lot of different programs that are happening. I will definitely speak about that. And to date, we spent $37,222. Our successes to highlight. One, yes, we re-engaged with 76 clients. What does that look like? And so it is every month clients receive updated, basically like newsletters every month. Maria does have one-on-one touch points with a lot of the clients. Each month, we have a different activity that is going on within our agency for our aftercare clients to connect with. I personally still meet with a lot of our aftercare clients during the week for one-on-one sessions, as well as Maria. So we are re-engaging with them. Since aftercare is over a 2-year basis, let me kind of explain this. So when individuals graduate from our program, they are enrolled in our aftercare program. So that's their first year in aftercare. And then after that, of course, it'll be the second year. So we have noticed that individuals, the further it gets, the more distance that is put between the years and, you know, months of their contact, the less they want to engage. So individuals who are just leaving out of the program and have been gone from the program for a year, they have more participation versus the individuals that have been gone for 2 years. So we thought it would be harder to get individuals who have been gone for 2 years, but it really wasn't. I think they just needed to know that we were still there and how we engaged. It was no longer a requirement to meet with someone once a month. They were driving this bus. And so therefore they appreciated the opportunity to just jump onto a peer group, to jump onto a book club. So they appreciated that versus the mandatory classes that are happening in our hand-up program. Client participation increased from 43% in their first year to 77%. And all of this happened within 6 months. So we were very proud of this client participation. And we also noticed client participation in their second year. So previously, last fiscal year, we noticed that client participation was at 15% for our second year alumni clients. This year, we have an increase of 75%, which is pretty big for RaiseUp Families. Our aftercare program, as I previously stated, emotional wellness, professional development, financial growth, housing stability, and education. So we have support groups that are now occurring. I am a licensed therapist, and I love what I do. And so I have opportunities to do a little bit of that, as well as be a program director here at RaiseUp Families. So I created a curriculum called Anxiety 101, teaching our parents about anxiety, having this high level of self-awareness, but not just for them, for their children, and being able to identify anxiety in their kiddos and how they respond to it. The other support group that is currently going on is a 10-week relational trauma processing group. What we notice is in our admissions process, we do ask about any active domestic violence cases, because if there's any active domestic violence cases, unfortunately, RaiseUp Families doesn't have the capacity to manage those clients due to safety purposes. And so we always ask, and a lot of our clients have former experiences with domestic violence. So we wanted to create a support group. One, we were very mindful of the name, because a lot of individuals do not attach themselves to the language of domestic violence. So we decided to make a relational trauma processing group. And we currently have clients enrolled for that as well. We've also partnered with other agencies. We have a agency, Fuller Life, and we have All Things Therapy that provide individual therapy for our clients as well. So we definitely offer that level of resource. So professional development, we have had the Women's Resource Book Club and workshop, not the Women's Resource, How Women Rise Book Club and workshop that we have offered in the summertime. And so we had a 2-week book club, 3-week book club that we offered in the summertime, and 20 clients participated. And then we had a workshop that also happened 2 months later, and we had 10 clients to participate in the workshop. And so I thought it was phenomenal. A lot of individuals walked away with a lot of great information. And they said they were ready to tackle this professional development and go back to their bosses and advocate for themselves for pay increase or different forms of jobs. We also have one-on-one coaching as it relates to professional development and career development with our staff. So that would be me or our case manager in our aftercare program. And we also continue to leverage our community resources with the Women's Resource, who offers that career coaching. Financial growth. RaiseUp Families has a $1 a day savings program. It is a matching program. And so if they save anywhere from $30 to $100 in 1 month for 12 months, we will match that. And so what that kind of looks like is that it's two terms. So for one term of 6 months and a second term of 6 months, total 12, you have the opportunity to save up to $100 max each month, and you have to send in your bank statement to prove that you have saved it in the same savings account. You have not withdrawn any money. That money is still in there, and you have continued to save. You have the opportunity to do that. Historically, we've had about 1 to 2 individuals that participate in our $1 a day savings program. And we also have had 1 person that would complete the 12 months. Right now, we currently have 2 or 3 individuals who have completed 12 months. So they started last year and they were able to go and complete the whole 12 months due to that engagement that we're continuing to have with our aftercare case manager. And we currently have 10 individuals enrolled in their 6 months. And a couple of them are coming up on their completing their 6 months or have now enrolled in their 12 months, their second term. So I'm very excited about that. We have other financial education classes that are happening. We are partnered with Regions Bank. And so what Regions Bank has done is they have held a seminar, and that was this summer back in May. They held a seminar for our aftercare clients, and they were teaching them about entrepreneurship, teaching them how to start a business. And then they also taught them about financial education. Our housing stability. What I love is that we partner with Covenant Community Capital. I always get those 3 C's. I get tongue-tied, but Covenant Community Capital, which supports our clients and, of course, their clients to home ownership. They have one-on-one coaching as far as it relates to how to purchase a home. What the biggest caveat for their program is they also offer match savings. So if you save $2,400 in between 6 to 24 months, they will match you. So what they said is, even if we have clients who are currently participating in our $1 a day program and we match, they will continue to match, because that is us partnering together. And they're saying the goal is to get clients to be able to gain this higher level of self-sufficiency, to get them on the path of self-actualization and home ownership. If home ownership is their goal, and generationally they've never seen that before, why not? Why can't we partner to get this client to their goal? So we currently have 5 of our clients that are participating in our $1 a day and also participating in their housing stability program as well. So we're really excited about that. And I'm hoping that our clients will be able to purchase a home before they end their 2-year program in our aftercare department. And lastly, we have our education. So this year, this was the first year that we were able to launch scholarships, and our scholarships for our continuing education clients. So what we noticed is that we had one client that came to us, and she was not asking for financial support. She was just meeting with her case manager, Maria. And she was stating that, right now I feel like I'm going to have to go ahead and drop out this semester. I don't have any more financial aid. I really am trying to do this. I'm a single mom. I work hard. I have a little kiddo. However, I don't have the finances. And then I had another client that was telling me that she really wanted to go back to school to get her bachelor's degree, but she didn't have the finances and she had to pay out of pocket, and they were struggling to be able to come up with the cash out of pocket And so we came back as a team and we said, well, in our aftercare department, we have these funds available. Let's try to see if we can start this scholarship opportunity. So we offered 5 scholarships to our aftercare clients. And we have 5 individuals who we offered 5. We had 10 individuals who applied. We have a board member who was, he was one of the judges, and he says, I can't just pick one. I would like to give it to everyone because I feel like this is an opportunity for everyone to shine. Anyone who is a single parent and they're going back for their education, I think they should be rewarded. And I remember saying, well, we don't have the finances for that. And he says, it's okay. Like, I want you to give it to the 5 because I think that they are deserving. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to petition this to some of my friends on the board. I would like the opportunity to see if I can raise this for you as well. And so he did. He raised the other 5. And so we had 10 recipients of our education scholarship. So that really warmed my heart. Challenges today. Building rapport with alumni took time and effort. What Maria noticed is that I had a lot of the rapport with the clients. I've worked with the clients since I've been in the program. Some of them I've done case management with. Some of them I've done individual therapy with. They have seen my face. They have heard my voice. I've sent out emails. I was always trying to keep them informed when they were in our hand up program and now in aftercare, and they took a while to trust, right? That is the thing that a lot of individuals do, is that therapeutic rapport, that case manager rapport, that professional, they struggle to transition from me to Maria. As clients started to come into our aftercare program, that transition wasn't hard. It was the ones that I had already made this relationship with last year that really struggled. Like, okay, now I talk to someone else, but all my business, but I'm already have this great relationship with you. And so I had to continue to work with Maria, and we would do phone calls together. We would do meetings together. We would do events together just so that they would know this is a safe space. Maria is a safe individual. You are in good hands. I promise you, we would not hire anyone that you were not in good hands. So that took time, and Maria's only been on our team since March. So that took a little time. Developing tailored programs to meet specific alumni needs. That is also one of our challenges. We are trying to stay within our 5 program, the ones that I just listed. And then we do have clients that call and they're asking for other things. I think we got a call recently, do you know a mechanic? I think you all should, partner with, car dealerships or partner with mechanics to help single moms because, all these things. And I said, I would love to do it all. I really would love to do it all. I have a bleeding social worker's heart. However, we just can't do it all. And that's just the reality, is that we can't do it all. So what we can do are these 5 things. And I would love to do these 5 things well, but I would also love to tap into our community resources and also teaching clients how to find and vet a good mechanic. So when we had those individuals contact us, I would say, we can't create that program. However, can I teach you how to vet someone? Can I teach you how to, Google and email and pick up the phone? Let's work on this together. So that's when that coaching comes in. Only half of the funds were used. The remaining funds will be used in the upcoming months for expanded services. So that was also the challenging part. Of course, we had a lot of programs that were tailor-made and we had them for each month. So no, we did not use all the resources in one month, of course. Some of our alumni testimonies, like I said, in the beginning of the year, I had anxiety 101, and one of the feedbacks from our surveys was I've learned to recognize and manage my anxiety better. A lot of the individuals, when I spoke about what is anxiety, what is the physical responses, what are our emotional responses, a lot of individuals were very shocked to see some of the list of how our bodies respond to anxiety, be it, your stomach pain, headaches, leg pain, fatigue. They were really surprised. They just felt like, oh, if I'm anxious, I'm doing this one thing. I was like, no, some people pace, So they were surprised, but I think the biggest surprise was they were now able to recognize, oh, that's why my child behaves like that. And so being able to share that with them and teach them that skill was very satisfying for me as well. Our educational scholarship, we got some feedback that this scholarship is helping me focus on my nursing degree and my future. We have a client who is at St. Thomas getting her nursing degree, and it's just phenomenal. I also have a scholarship recipient video for you all. Can everyone see this screen? Do I need to reshare that screen?
Yep, we can see it.
All right.
I am beyond thankful to have this opportunity to receive a scholarship with RaiseUp Families. As a single mother, the last 2 months has been challenging for me, and I came to a conclusion for myself that I may have to sit out my final semester of college due to the cost of tuition. So winning this is definitely making a change in my life right now. And it's not only providing financial support, but it's reminding me that I'm not on this journey by myself and that I actually have a team here behind me to help me support my dreams. This scholarship is making a big change and it's going to take some of the weight off my shoulders. It helps me focus more on my studies, which would allow me to create a better future for my child and myself. I want to thank you so much, Talisa, Maria, for this opportunity. RaiseUp Families. Your generosity has definitely helped me move forward in my process with less worry, and I am incredibly thankful for this opportunity.
And that is just one of the 10 recipients. And so we were really excited that we were able to offer that. We've never offered scholarships, and we would love to be able to continue to offer them each semester, fall and spring, right? We have clients that are enrolled in both semesters, but we would love to be able to continue to offer that to our clients. Next steps. Our goal right now, we have a Empower and Elevate Networking and Career Panel event that is coming up on October 5th. And that will be an opportunity to teach our clients how to network. What does networking look like? We will also be able to have them be in a room with other professionals that look like them, but may have different professions. And so a lot of individuals, especially our demographics for our clients are the Black and Brown community, and a lot of them may not have grown up and seen professions in other areas, such as marketing, entrepreneurship, social work. And so we wanted to bring that and expose them to that, and then teach them how to communicate, teach them how to have those skills that they need to go into that room, to advocate for themselves, to speak, learning how to have certain questions when you approach an individual. What is your elevator pitch? Do you have an electronic business card? So these are the things that we are teaching our aftercare clients. And so this event is happening. If anyone would like to participate, please let me know. We do have registration forms because we are still looking for different professionals to be in the room to help elevate our clients. Our next thing that we are going to do is our teen social support group. As I previously stated, we have a support group, a relational trauma support group for our adult clients. And we would love to be able to put on a teen social hour support group. And we're going to start that in October. And we're going to have a 4-week support group, just as our pilot program, to see what this looks like. How do we get teens more involved? And how do we get parents to make sure that their teens are showing up for this social hour? We have a lot of individuals that are in middle school. And so we're going to focus on our middle school, which is an amazing time for, social development. You got anywhere between ages 7 to 11, 7 to 12. And so being able to get that group and engage them in this social hour. And so the goal is that we will meet on Saturday mornings. And so we're continuing to flesh out what that will look like. With the agency is All Things Therapy, and what that will look like for our teens. And lastly, our spring continuing education scholarships. So we'll be offering education scholarships again in the springtime for our clients. Thank you so much for giving me this time to speak with you all. We are really excited to continue growing and empowering families for a brighter future. And any thoughts, any questions, any feedback?
Thank you so much, Talisa. That was so interesting. I love hearing all the stuff that you guys are doing right now. So yeah, we can open it up for questions right now if anyone has anything for Talisa.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, just want to say well done. I also work at a nonprofit doing some of these initiatives, and you have some awesome results coming through. So it's been a difficult year for many, and to see such positive impact is super cool. Well done.
Thank you. And as a person who works at a not-for-profit, you understand that community engagement, that client engagement, it's really hard to get them to, one, trust, but to stay engaged each month. And so I'm very proud of our numbers. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm on the board of a nonprofit for mostly Brown and Black individuals in the community as well. So I see a lot of similarities in what you've been saying. It's just some of the things that I've been saying. But I mean, your influence is obviously resonating. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Great job, Talisa. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, I have one question. What surprised you the most about the aftercare program from what you thought about a year ago to where you see now?
What surprised me the most, as far as clients or the program?
Anything, how they reacted, what they wanted that you didn't think they needed, what's kind of the biggest shock?
I think the education scholarships was the biggest shock. We originally received more than 10 applications, and we had to tell them, like, you had to be enrolled. And a lot of them were like, well, I want to be enrolled. I'm going to be enrolled in the spring. And so just to see how many individuals were ready to enroll in school, I think that was very shocking for me. I always say, like, you don't have to go to college. You could do, certifications. Like, what is it that you're good at? And a lot of them also contributed that readiness to their hand-up program. So to see that connection that was actually occurring, which is our goal, is to see it. But now I get to actually see why hand-up program is so unique and important. And I see it happening in aftercare. And a lot of them, as the young lady in her testimony, she relates a lot of things that she received from her hand up all the way through aftercare. So that to me was probably the most shocking.
Yeah, that's great, Talisa. I was, like I said, I had just reviewed your grant proposal from last year's because it had been a while, and I was looking through like your specific goals that you guys listed there, and you really have you've hit them. Like you really, your participation rate and completion rate, like it's great. Now I know because it's a 2-year program, right? So you kind of have one more year to kind of do the tracking on this. And I know our funds went to help fund Maria's position. And I know that was like a huge goal for you guys to use our funds. So is there, I'm assuming that there's some sort of plan or something to then keep her position there, going on like next year, because once our funds are done by the end of this year, kind of, do you guys have that plan in place to keep her and keep this graduate program going?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think that we would be able to do what we're doing without her. A lot of her creative juices have just, I can say that this is what's in my mind. This is my thoughts, that I would love to see this. And she can just she produces, she makes it happen. We have this beautiful dance that we're able to do. So I did go back to my ED and say, she's interested in staying. I would love for her to stay. how can we keep her? Like, what does that look like? Is it even possible for our budget? And yeah, we're able to keep her, and I'm super, super, super excited. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I think your numbers are showing that, right? Just the participation rate and all that. And once you've got the numbers to prove that you've got the need and you've got the success, that's key. So do you guys have any kind of like long-term support? And I know this aftercare program is kind of an extension of that support. Now, after they go through this 2-year program, are clients able to just come back like every once in a while and be like, hey, I need help with this, or I have a question on this? Like, is there like kind of a long-term support for people?
I'm happy you asked. So just recently, we were trying to figure out what is it that we want to do, because we do have a lot of clients who are experiencing major success beyond the 2 years. And so how do we create this engagement with them, but not so much this hand-holding program, but how do we create this engagement? So I am currently working on, I'm going to look at my piece of paper because I have it written down, our Alumni Association sponsorship program. And so a lot of our alumni they want to volunteer. They want to financially give back. They want to check in. They would like to have someone that they could just call sometime. I received an email from a young lady that said, a year ago, you told me I needed to get it together and I needed to figure out what I wanted to do. She was like, well, I finished my bachelor's, I finished my master's, and I'm now in my PhD program. So thank you so much for giving it to me straight and not allowing me to continue to avoid my future goals. And so I would love for her to come back and be a part of our Alumni Association program. As I develop it, it's going to be a gold packet, a silver packet, and a bronze packet, but it's an opportunity for them to financially give back, come back and check in, and also volunteer. At our career panel, we have a young lady who is she's a district manager at Stretch Lab. That Stretch Lab that's happening, it's a lot of booming stores that are opening up. Well, when I met with her at RaiseUp Families, she was not in that position. Right now, she was able to get a job, through all of her work that she did with us at RaiseUp Families. She's now pretty successful. So she's coming back as a professional to sit on our panel to talk with our aftercare clients. So yes, we are trying to build an opportunity for individuals to come back. After I get this aftercare program more robust, my goal is to write that up so that we can start our aftercare association program.
Yeah, that sounds great, Talisa. It's a great idea. Any other questions from anyone? Okay, well, I think that's it. Thank you again so much, Talisa. It was so great to hear all the work that you guys are doing, and it's so heartwarming for us to hear how much of an impact our grant money's been able to have for you guys and all the great work you guys are doing.
Thank you so much for even offering us this opportunity.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for joining.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.